So, let's get right back into it. After both of you dying, you have had we're going to call it a week of leave. It's more of after being debriefed, Sir Landon just didn't ask anything to you guys. Didn't ask you for anything, didn't bring you back to his office, didn't send you on missions. You just have a week of inactivity. In that time, if you have anything that you would like your characters to do in that time, you are free to do that. I'm going to say regarding the homebrew of the skill points thing, how that's going to work is when you go into downtime, you have a choice. You can either keep the pools that you have, or you can spend and you can train one skill for every week of downtime, and you get a number of points determining based off of how you roll. But if you train and try and get a new pool, any unspent points go away. So since you guys didn't spend spend any of those points last sessions, since your last downtime, if you want to say you work on stuff but you're not actively training your skills, totally fair, and we're just going to assume that you're keeping those skills fresh up and you keep those points.
I would choose that option. I'm gonna grab my notebook.
So you said we have a week?
You have a week of downtime, yeah.
I will split my time between incubating cultures of the anxiety spores, and I believe, do I still have any samples of the mist?
You have one singular sample that did not get destroyed, yes.
Okay. I will continue to experiment with that, but being very, very careful to keep it contained.
All right. So then in that case, I'm going to have you to cultivate. Technically, cultivating the spores is kind of a herbalism check. I'm going to say, because you've done the majority of that research through nature, I'm going to let you cultivate those spores as a nature check.
Okay. That is a 19 total.
19. All right. You don't have any usable spores currently. You feel like this is going to be once to bootstrap things up, it's going to take maybe 2 weeks total. So you're probably about halfway through the getting ready to get a mature culture.
Okay. I do have I have 8 cultures to begin with that I harvested, and I'm implanting those in some of those bunnies that were given to me.
Yes. So I guess how many would you like to cultivate?
We'll say half, so 4.
4. All right. So in that case, I'm going to have you, I want to say it was a D4. Let me double check what I told you so I don't rob you of work. Okay. Yeah. You've done well enough that you're never going to lose cultures. You're always going to do well enough to at least break even. So I'm going to have you roll me 4d4.
11 total.
11. All right. So at the end of 2 weeks, so end of next week, basically, you're going to have that many cultures.
If you live
usable
that
cultures.
long.
Huh?
If you live that long.
So at the end of the week, the 4 bunnies that you've implanted the cultures into, they're all white rabbits. They got you like lab quality stock. Basically, they're all white, or at least they were when you started. Their roots of their fur are starting to grow blue, and they have these big kind of like a what's those big ball bearings that you use for marbles?
The shooters?
The shooters, the about those size pustules of spores growing underneath the skin, just all over these rabbits' bodies.
Okay.
And you, at this process, you're pretty confident that they will survive. At least they will survive this first round. How long they're going to last is debatable after this first round of cultures. Then for the mist, I guess what are you attempting to look for? What are your goals? Let's go high level here.
I guess goal is kind of reverse engineer in a sense.
Okay.
Like it's obviously arcane, but could it be replicated in some regards with alchemy and things like that? Basically, deconstructing, finding out how all the pieces work.
All right. So this is actually, I'm going to say, is going to be a series of checks.
Okay.
I'll be right back. You keep going.
It's going to be a series of 3 checks. The first 2 are a tandem check to kind of understand the symbiosis of what parts of this thing is magical, what part of this thing are a physical entity. So I'm going to have you roll me a medicine changed to a nature check.
Yep.
And I'm going to have you roll me a spellcraft or knowledge arcana, your call. And you can use identify to up the spellcraft if you would like.
Yeah, I'll use knowledge arcana. It's slightly better. So first knowledge nature is a 21.
21, okay.
And arcana is a 23, but whatever, if using identify, helps, whatever that.
Ups it to 33.
Okay, then that would be a 33 on the arcana.
Okay, studying this under the microscope, specifically studying this under the microscope while using identify is really where you get your breakthrough. This is a cloud of it's a cloud hive mind of microorganisms. They are not undead. It appears to be a aberration of some kind. Your best guess is that it is, or was originally, an outsider of some kind, but the mantle itself that you see and are studying is one of like a native outsider now. So your best guess is this is a kind of hybrid creature that its parentage was drawn from another plane, or maybe even outside of this universe, from one of the like truly outside voids, and that it was propagated and it became it became a native of this plane.
Domesticated in a sense.
In a sense. It is in small scale, your best guess is that it is going to be non-sentient and that it gains more awareness as it increases in size. It does have like heavy obviously heavy necromantic energies. You are pretty sure that if you stuck it inside of a living thing and let it eat it and resurrect it, that it would help it grow and propagate. But you don't have any guarantees that it's not just going to do the exact same thing it did last time.
Okay.
Where it gets so big that it tries to kill everything.
What happened to the rabbit that was given some?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Okay.
Nobody found it.
Okay.
And in fact, nobody knows where the sergeant, first victim,
Corporal Lance Hayward.
Corporal Lance Hayward. No one knows where he went either. Liam is still here. Liam is still in his regular state of mind. He is admitting some of the gas, but over the week of observation, there does not appear to be like a new entity coming out from him.
Okay. Okay.
So right now, you are confident that you could propagate a new version of this creature. You are less confident that this is going to be a friendly entity.
Mm-hmm.
Did a rabbit get away?
The rabbit that got to inhale some trench mist, yeah.
As well as the corporal who first came in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he did? Oh, no.
Yeah, he busted out.
No one got him?
Nope.
Nobody saw him leave. Which, if you do some digging into, which I feel like Michellangelo might, just ask questions around.
Kill my buddy.
Function is espionage and sneaking. He serves a lot of the similar roles that Michellangelo does on her team, or he did.
Yeah.
And it's pretty clear that these zombies retain their capabilities, even into undeath.
Corporal, what was his name?
Lance Hayward.
Lance.
Not to be confused with Lance Corporal Hayward.
From what?
Lance, well, just Lance Corporal is a rank.
Oh, okay.
It's a cavalry rank equivalent to corporal.
Yeah.
Also, we watched WandaVision. And I love these references. Dude, did you watch this last one?
So we have not seen the last two. We're gonna, when tomorrow's episode comes out, we're gonna binge all three of them.
Text me after that.
Okay.
Or we'll just talk next week.
Right? That first episode starts off and you're like, what the fuck am I watching?
Like, no. It's good. It's so good. You haven't seen the last 2 episodes? Oh, man. Okay. Oh, yeah, and tomorrow. Okay.
All right.
I was just noticing the reference to Maximoff was the chef's name. And that's...
I definitely pulled that from there. I needed to think of a name. And we just watched it the day before. I'm like, all right, there we go. Name. Perfect.
It was perfect.
Is there anything else Dr. Inwood wants to do with his week?
Wow, this music is pretty intense right now. Some Skyrim right there. I mean, I guess if I have time... I realize, super lame, when I level up, I only get 1 extract like a new extract. So, any remaining time, I would like to be seeing if I can figure out some new extracts.
Absolutely. You can approach Sir Landon and see if he has any spell books that you can look at. Or if there's...
Yeah.
Or technically, the necromancer is still here. So if you want to talk to him instead...
Oh, I guess it's the only thing he's good for. He was acting all hot like, oh, who doesn't speak Latin? Zombies! That's what he did.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Perfect.
Not a very good necromancer, let's be honest.
Well, to his credit, he is on the prime material plane and doesn't have a whole lot of spells, probably.
True. Let me... Alright, you're gonna talk to the necromancer is what you've decided on?
Yeah, sure. It's basically just gonna be like a, yeah, let me take a look at your spell book. And I'm just gonna, basically... And after that, I don't think he's gonna be of much use.
Okay. Let me pull up his spell book. He is very apologetic is not the right word. He's far too professional to feel remorse for any of his actions.
Egotistical, you mean?
You know, that is a probably more accurate way of saying that. But he is... Where are you? He is apologetic enough that when you push him, he will allow you to look at his grimoire. His Book of Shadows.
I just realized my proficiency is like quadrupled. Oh, what I can do.
Okay. Let me just double check which ones you can actually copy over.
It's the same. Never mind. It's just a ton.
Yeah, basically, just let me know which ones I can put into my formula book, and I'll put them in there.
Okay. And I'm also going to say that per your contract, you're not going to have to pay the price of it. You're just going to have to take the time. Which, for the spells that you're going to have plenty of time. He does not have a wide selection. First one that he has that you can copy if you do not have it is the spell Shield.
Let me check.
That is an alchemist spell.
Which level is that? No,
I
have it.
Spell.
I have it already.
Disappointing.
Yeah, like the whole time I'm like flipping through, like there's just a vague air of just disappointment. Like I really expected more.
Nope.
But nothing like overtly insulting, you know.
Of course not. Oh, so the next spell is, we're jumping up to his level 2 spells. It is a detect thoughts.
Okay.
And last spell he has. Yeah, that's literally the only spell he has that you can copy down. So his total spell list is Touch of Fatigue, Ray of Frost, Light, Detect Magic, which is just an inferior version of Identify.
Yeah, when I get to Detect Magic, I'm like, oh, that's quaint.
Right? Bleed, which is honestly it's a good spell. It's just not an alchemist extract.
Yep.
Shield, Raven Feeblement, Obscuring Mist, Chill Touch, Spectral Hand, Detect Thoughts, and Command Undead. This is the expert in necromancy that you requested.
Yeah.
Chill Touch is nasty in D&D. I'm not sure if it's
And
the
I was
same
hoping
in
for
Path.
some 3rd level stuff. That's alright. I guess Detect Thoughts could have its uses on the subterfuge front.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how high does magic go in this world, right? Like,
well,
level 3 is the highest spell. You can upcast using your higher spell slots, and I'll let you. And we can reconfigure things and get them as higher level spells. And it also you can use meta magic to up your spell into an higher spell slot. Magic is not, and technically, alchemy is not magic, so he can get his.
I can go up to my
Very
6th
cool.
level extracts, which is as high as I get.
6th level
very
extracts.
cool.
Yeah.
You can do more with alchemy because it's science powered by magic. It's not so the magic that is actually powering it is technically weaker.
Mhm.
It is one of the couple of loopholes that I accidentally wrote into the reality of my universe
And
that I think is fun.
I found both of them. Or at least 2 of them.
Completely by accident. I will say you do have enough time that if you want to ask Sir Landon for stuff, to look at see if he has any grimoires, because he is a he calls it an occultist, but you would know it as a wizard.
If he's willing.
Mm-hmm.
I will be much more polite with him, of course, than
of course. He makes some passing comments on how he hopes that this intrigues you and brings you more a greater desire to pledge to his organization. Okay, first spell from his collection that you can copy is Haste.
Dang it, I already have that. That's the one 3rd level extract I learned for my level up.
Second one is Monstrous Physique.
Okay.
And the last one is Temporary Graft.
Is that a level 4?
It is a level 4 spell that he has. It's level 4 for a wizard. It's level 3 for an alchemist.
I didn't have that in my list. Temporary Graft.
Let me send you the link to.
I can just.
Yeah, let me see. Oh, it's from the game or the Horror Adventures book. I'll send you. If you would like it, I will send you the link.
Let me. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay. It's one of those spells where he knows it can be used because he has friends who are actually occultists that can use it. But he, following his particular brand of magic, can't use it. So it's just kind of a wasted theoretical.
Mm-hmm. It's certainly very interesting.
Mm-hmm. It felt like up your alley.
I'd have to. What's the name of the source?
Let me pull that up again.
Horror Adventures?
It's I want to say it's Horror Adventures.
Okay.
Let me pull up the full title. So Pathfinder role-playing game Horror Adventures.
Okay, yeah, I just found that. Let's see if.
That's surprisingly powerful for a standard action spell.
What'd you say? You cut out for a second.
Oh, I said that feels really potent for a spell that's just standard action.
No, you keep cutting out. This laptop.
He's saying that that's pretty powerful for a standard action spell.
Oh, yes. And it's really annoying. Can't have that loaded in. It won't let me load it in. So, guess I will have to do without it.
Is there a space? I don't remember. I haven't used PC Gen in such a long time. Can you manually input spells?
Let me try. Gosh.
It's gonna take a while. Our laptop's
That's
old.
okay. While he's looking at that, Michellangelo, you have a week of downtime.
I would like to buy some shurikens, please.
Hey, you go to the quartermaster, who fully has no idea what a shuriken is. You have to show it to him. You have
I
some.
don't have.
You could make a drawing of it.
So
I will draw.
you really have to draw what it is. Explain to it what.
Here's the thing. Jessica doesn't know what they are.
The throwing star.
Hold on. I'm pretty sure I know that they're throwing stars. So she's going to like draw. I will draw it for you.
Please tell me you don't throw a batarang or draw a batarang. That would be hilarious.
Oh, which side is that on? Okay, that one. Okay. And that one. Okay, it is literally a star. And it's the size of a fidget spinner. It's the size of a fidget spinner.
What's
What's a fidget spinner?
It goes this. It's gotta look like, and it's sharp on the like one side of the star, and then I'm able to like throw it through the air. That is right? Is that right?
Yeah,
That's
it's
basic.
usually
That's
4
good.
points instead of 5.
Oh well, I'm special.
It doesn't really matter. It's a game. Who cares?
It's not super important. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I get what's Liam and
Hang
Lorenzo's?
on, I'm buying stuff.
Okay, never mind.
This is important. I also want to know. Oh, go ahead.
He will, if that's the only thing you ask from him, he's going to send you to they have a not a machinist, but a mechanic who is literally just going to take a sheet of scrap steel,
Perfect.
torch cut out a bunch of stars and make you some not amazing quality shurikens.
I'd like 50 of them.
50?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to ask you something.
Okay.
And I want to say that as a ninja, you are proficient in shurikens, but I have to ask because they are an exotic weapon.
Yes. If I'm proficient in them?
Yes.
Check your weapon proficiency.
I'm looking through my 100 weapons that I can.
You should be able to just.
I have like 100 of them.
I would
Don't look at that.
also like you to know that the damage for a small shuriken, an appropriately sized shuriken for you, is 1.
Yes. Thing is I have a flurry of stars ability that I want to use. Shoot!
Yes, you are proficient.
Why are you looking at my stuff?
I'm looking at class features for a ninja. They're proficient in all simple weapons plus the kama, katana, kusarigama, nunchaka, sai, shortbow, short sword, shuriken, siangham, and wakizashi.
Yes. I have a question.
Yes.
Weapon finesse is used for a light weapon, rapier, whip, or spiked chain. Any chance I could make these light weapons?
I would say this is the definition of a light weapon, even if it does not have the light weapon the feature.
So it will do a 1 damage on a hit plus my dexterity. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure so if I ever throw this, I know what it is.
Okay.
Alright.
What else were you looking for?
Shuriken is a light weapon.
Is it?
So,
what I'm
PC Gen should take care of it then.
Yeah.
I'm looking in PC Gen. It says for type, it has all of that, but wielding it says light.
Gotcha.
Cool. I will subtract 50 gold from my amount.
They will make you pay for that, yeah.
And it's 50 that I'm getting. I also, so I looked up on PC.
Technically, it is 1 gold for 5. So it would be 10 gold.
Okay.
For 50 of them.
Okay. On the D20 Pathfinder, it says, like, although they are thrown weapons, they're treated as ammunition for the purposes of drawing them and crafting masterwork or otherwise special versions of them, and what happens to them after they are thrown. Pretty sure they break after they're thrown, then?
Ammunition, unless it has something that specifies otherwise, it gets destroyed.
That's why I'm buying 50 of them. Sounds good.
Seems really weird that shuriken are like that.
Thank you. She'll say.
All right. And you were going to look in on Liam?
No, I wanted to know what Liam and Lorenzo's full name and ranks were.
That is a marvelous question. Liam is a private. He only got in because he's got a family history of hedge witches, basically. So he knows about magic. He's just not he was not particularly magic in life. But he tested and he had enough aptitude and they were desperate for enough people. He's
magical enough now.
fuck, he's an undead soldier, which they're still deciding on what they want to do with him. What are the last name?
Join the
O'Brien, 2 on point.
Wow.
McNally.
O'Brien. So wait. Lorenzo and Liam were both zombified? No.
Killed and reanimated.
Harry was human.
Harry.
Okay. Lorenzo and who was it?
Tony escaped. Harry got shot in the face by
Liam.
Right.
We're having a funeral for Harry and
Lorenzo.
And
Lorenzo's dead. He exploded.
Mm-hmm. He did not get reanimated.
Okay.
Uh,
Headshot, human. Okay, and then Liam is the
Turns out undeath is
Undead.
not a thing.
but quarantined.
Well, yeah, whatever.
All right.
Wherever he is.
Okay, he's undead.
But
Liam's last name is Smith.
Liam Smith. Okay.
And Lorenzo's last name was D'Angelo.
D-E?
Apostrophe Angelo.
D' Angelo. What was his rank?
He would... What's right below sergeant?
I think it's corporal.
I think you're right.
Though, I guess I don't know British military ranks from a century ago, so...
Corporal.
Okay.
And Tony is a sergeant. I don't.
Oh,
I
he was
believe I said that.
Lieutenant Barnes,
Was it? No, you're right. He's a lieutenant. That's my bad.
or a lieutenant.
It's
Is it
lieutenant.
British.
It's lieutenant, but that's how they... A lieutenant.
That's the British pronunciation.
Lieutenant, yeah.
Are there right tenants too?
No, but there are David tenants.
Wow.
Mhm.
He's Irish or Scottish. That's great.
Technically, he's Scottish.
Part of the British Isles.
Oh my gosh!
Part of
could
the UK.
He make an appearance in this as the Doctor.
I'm the Doctor.
Doctor Who?
Dr. Inwood.
It'd be great. Oh my gosh! Like actual David Tennant shows up.
Are there any other things you want to do in your week? I feel like we've taken up most of Dr. Inwood's week.
Oh, for sure.
We did the funeral for Harry and
funeral.
Enzo?
Yeah, it's not a funeral where they like do the full like honors and stuff. You don't have time for that. It's a war. But they do like take time, and everybody at the base takes time at this to get together and to commemorate his life.
Okay. Yep, I attend that, and then I'm gonna work out a bunch with Tony. And then I'm gonna ask Sir Albert Landon if I can find him. Can I find him? I'm gonna try to.
I mean, he's at his office. He just doesn't call for you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to him.
Okay. You wait outside his office. His receptionist, secretary, says he is currently engaged, and she tells you if you would like to wait, you can. You wait for about an hour, in which she walks back in, and then he comes out. And when you come in, you see if no one has left his office, there's no other way into his office.
That was a long phone call.
There is no phone.
Yeah, she can't see on the desk. Or maybe she can, I guess. She's like 3 feet.
I mean, there is a chair. If you sit, you can see his desk. Your feet just won't be on the ground.
Gotcha. She's gonna say that though. She will say.
I am fairly certain that the telephone was not popularized by that point in a military base. And he's always going to look at you. He's like, why would I have a telephone? I don't actually even know when telephones were invented.
Late 1800s.
Hang on a second.
Alexander Graham Bell. I think it was like the 1880s or 1870s?
But how often were they, or when were they? Yeah.
They were not super popular because. Okay, yeah, 1876 was like the first one.
I'm good.
Holland. Yeah, he does not have a telephone. He looks at you. He's like, "Why would you think we have telephones here? We have a telegraph."
Or like a cell phone, or I don't know. It just looked like you weren't like talking to you were in here, and there's no one in here, unless there's like a different way out.
In God's green earth is a. I don't want to know. How may I help you, Michellangelo?
Yeah, I was just wondering if we could go on a mission or something.
Inactivity does not suit you, I suppose.
Nope. I mean, I can clean dishes forever, but I feel like I should be doing something else. Keep my mind busy.
Of course. My apologies, Michellangelo. I will make sure that the war accommodates your need for action.
Look, I signed up for this war so that I could go fight those lizards and beat them.
Lizards, Michellangelo?
Whatever they're called. That's a slang word for this.
The Huns? That's the slang word for the Germans.
So
the Huns.
Who are we fighting again?
Oh my gosh.
Michellangelo.
She says that at first.
I will make sure that the next time we have an event of interest, that your team will be assigned to it. Will that satisfy you?
Yeah. I just, feel stronger, like I could be of more use.
I will take that into consideration. And you watch he writes something down in his notebook on his desk. It's up on a writing portion, so it's like slightly angled up, so it's more accommodating for his arthritis.
Oh, poor guy. Aw.
He's fucking old.
Okay, well, thank you, sir. I really appreciate it. Yep, I guess that's it.
I take it you don't need to be seen out?
No, I can see it. I got it. Bye. Catch you later.
Thank you for your time, Michelangelo.
Hate him.
He's so polite.
He's so gosh darn British.
It's not that. It's not that. It's like everything else.
It's the overwhelming condescension.
Yes. You know what? Can I sense
blatant disregard for your?
Can I sense motive on him of how soon he's gonna give us a mission? Because I'm antsy for one. Is he really gonna take my word for consideration? 19.
All right, let me just roll real quick. Gotta find my D20.
Wait, Harry was a lieutenant?
I don't know what Harry was.
Yes, he was.
Lieutenant Harry what?
No.
Lieutenant.
Lieutenant. No,
Tony.
Technically Harry is American, so he's a lieutenant.
He was American? No.
Not anymore. Yeah. Well, I guess he's still technically American. He's just
technically was American.
I will, at his funeral...
Well, what's left of him is American.
His last name was Chesterfield.
Oh.
A very British name for a very Chicagoan resident.
He was from Chicago? I think Michellangelo would know that.
You have heard of Chicago, yes. You've seen it on TV.
It's on TV. Yeah.
It's somewhere near New York.
It's got a really tall building. It's called like the Empire State Center. Steak building. They serve steaks there on Valentine's Day.
You're pretty sure they have a Jumbotron.
Yes! They have a Jumbotron. It's like plastered all over. Alright. What do I sense motive?
On your sense motive, you get the impression that through his reserve and through all of his that he is intent on, or he is truthful in his saying that you will be the first team he considers for a mission. Purely because he does not want another one of these interactions.
Great. Yep. Okay. Oh, okay.
You successfully convinced him to give you a mission by annoying the living shit out of him.
Yes. Excellent. All right. Well, you have a good day. And she'll walk out and she'll say goodbye to the secretary who she knows isn't from America or is from America.
Is not from America. It's actually from London. She has been Sir Landon's personal assistant, or technically personal secretary. Personal assistant is a modern concept, for nearly 40 years. Her name is Mildred. And
does she have like a tiny little typewriter?
no, she has a big old fat, huge typewriter.
Okay. Yeah, that's all I'm doing.
Yeah, Mildred's last name is Robin.
Oh, man, I already... Okay. Yay. Alright. Okay. Okay.
Phenomenal. Jumping straight into the action, an hour into our playtime.
Let's
the
go.
next day, Marcus comes in with a dossier. You've, unlike your first mission, have not been called into Landon's office for a debrief. You've just been given a packet. So he comes into your guys' room. He's like, all right, we have someplace to go.
Yes!
He throws it down at the table in your guys' common area space. He flips it over, and there is a map of a French, northern French coastline town.
Okay.
Which would be like right near where the one of the trenches, where the trenches are set up. It is in the little town circled is in technically German Axis powered controlled area, so it is behind enemy lines.
Doctor, look. We have a mission. Ow.
You seem rather eager.
Better than being reticent about doing our jobs, I suppose, Doctor.
That is true.
We have a hit from one of our information collecting teams, a combo of a resistance, mentioning some happenings going on in this town, and one of our SRD teams, the one with what is the word? The one with the auger. He's read in some of the entrails that there's a potent occult phenomenon happening in, he points at this village where the name is completely illegible on the map. I can't even tell what this town is called. He like takes a second and like tries to like read the map, but just somehow it has become illegible. It's
like the writing is there, but it's like scrambled, or like it's just like water stained and worn or whatever and faded.
Make me a perception check.
$14.
14. Looking at it, your brain really, really wants to tell you that it's got a little bit of ink stain from when someone circled this town on the map. It's got a little bit of coffee stain here. Like, it's just an old map, except for the map is brand new. There's no stains anywhere else on the map. And the more you look at the letters, the more they like shift around a little bit and are slightly moving.
I am going to... Is this like in the common area of like where we sleep? Or is this...
Yeah, so there's like it's like a barracks style setup. They do things a little bit differently military-wise because you guys are, the majority of your team are civilian contractors. So you have like your own room in the barracks, and then there's a common area. But this particular building is hooked up to, it's like right across the way from your lab. So it doesn't have room to accommodate really anyone else but your team.
Okay. For flavor, actually, I'd say that Dr. Inwood probably stays in his lab. Probably doesn't use his room for anything more than storing a few things. But I will go ahead and I will mix up an extract. If I need to go back to my lab, then I'll go back and grab the relevant components.
You have on you at all times the stuff needed to make your extracts.
Okay. I will go ahead and create an extract of comprehend languages.
Absolutely. You down it. What languages do you speak for reference? I know Sylvan. I know...
Common, Sylvan, Dwarven, Elven, Goblin, Reptoid.
Okay. So you will get the literal translation of this. You will not know what the language itself is. It is it's just a town name, a German town name, which I will now
Girl.
German or French?
look up a German town name. Sure. Yeah, French would make more sense.
I just couldn't remember if you said it was in Germany or in France.
It's in German.
It is in Germany controlled area, but it would technically have been a French town.
Okay.
Dunkirk. We're going to Dunkirk.
That is not any... I don't think the British or the Germans ever got that far in World War I.
Are we going there? Are we going to Dunkirk? What's it say? What's the word?
I'm trying to read it. The more you talk to me, the less time I have to read it. Do you have any other questions before I proceed?
Yes.
To read this?
I have lots of questions. Let me start with...
Do you have any questions that are pertinent to what we are going to be doing?
Yeah, like, what are we doing? Where are we going? Who are we fighting? Are we going in stealth like?
Seeing as this is behind the front lines on the enemy's side, I would say yes.
Are we gonna use disguises?
For you, certainly.
Do you have a disguise for me? I could just go invisible.
Perhaps you could go invisible. You could always gather branches and make yourself look like a bush. But that would require you to be quiet in order for that to work.
British people suck.
I'm gonna start practicing right now. I can't do this. I can't do this. What does it say?
So the town's name is pronounced Overe, or the village's name. It's technically a village. Will be very pronounced. Overe, Yvoire. Typical French spelling.
Oh, wait. Say that again.
Overe. So Yvoire, which is technically an actual village in southeastern France, but it is not that village.
Oh, okay. Not the. How do you pronounce it?
Ovier.
Not the Ovier from the.
No, the northern Ovier. Not the southern.
Great.
I
make no pretense at knowing anything about France.
Someone in France is gonna watch this and be like, "Hey!"
And I'm fully gonna say, the American public school system is a marvelous tool for creating workers at very little else.
Well,
Google is
I don't know if it's
thing.
exactly necessary for us to know what a small village in southeastern France is.
It's really not.
Geography B. Where is Yovier located?
It's right here on the map.
I was joking about. Right. Yes, I can see that. How are we getting there?
Well, I
Marcus?
imagine we are.
We're gonna ride the Kelpie.
Let's go. I have all my stuff on me at all times. I run.
Well, Sergeant, are you prepared for this excursion? Do you need to gather your things? I think I should have everything with me already.
He's like, I just need to grab my shotgun.
Florida?
Oh, we're going now? Excellent. And just walks out with the sword.
I'll race you, Florida.
I'm just gonna look at Marcus. Somehow, I think we're the only two people in that conversation that heard anything.
He's like, that's not true. And he points at Lance Corporal
Hayward?
Oh my god.
No,
Lance. I forgot the name of the pilot.
EcoJet?
EcoJet. There we go.
EcoJet.
Oh!
He has not been a huge player in our...
Lance Corporal, I didn't know you were there behind me. You are... I'm gonna lean down to Marcus. Perhaps we should get this fellow a bell of some kind.
He gives you... EcoJet gives you 2 thumbs up and walks out of the room. Marcus is like, you know, I just remembered he doesn't speak English.
Oh, right.
You know, I just remembered that as well.
God, I'm gonna die. Or sorry, he would say, Torag, we're gonna die.
Oh, yeah.
I gotta get his religion correct.
Mm-hmm.
Which you would understand because you speak Dwarven.
Then I will say to him in Dwarven,
Can you speak in Noor?
Yes, I
We
can.
comprehend languages?
I can. No, I just know Dwarven.
Oh, right. Oh, okay.
Comprehend languages.
Also comprehend languages.
Well, comprehend languages doesn't allow me to speak in the language, just understand it.
Mm-hmm.
But in Dwarven, then. Now, I feel like we've gotten through our fair share of close fights. I'm sure this will be able to handle whatever's in France.
I really hope so. Well, cracks like every vertebrae in his neck. We got a job to do, and he walks over to his bunk. You guys take your time. The flight up in the Kelpie is fairly similar to your flight to the city, to the ship before. You were sitting inside of a plane whose design is very futuristic, but a plane made entirely out of seaweed.
So cool.
Inside of it, once you get above the coastline of France, Germany, that area, EcoJet does cast invisibility on the Kelpie.
Dope.
Which, for game logic sense, you're technically inside the Kelpie, and so you're technically invisible as well.
That is so cool.
Because why not?
I'm invisible. I can't see the ground. Oh, I can see the ground. I can't see the ship. We're just.
Yeah, technically, it would just look like you're you're sitting and standing in nothing.
I don't like heights.
Well, but when when someone has something inside of them, like food, it's not visible when they cast invisibility. So would we be visible?
No, you are not visible, but inside of the inside of the plane, to your perspective, it looks like you're just sitting in nothing. Outside, no, nobody can see you because of that logic.
I don't like heights.
Then close your eyes.
Florida wraps her huge hand around your back and just goes, "Oh, don't worry, little Kappa. That was way more southern than I meant it to go." Whoa.
Dang it, I missed it. I didn't get to hear it because Discord's being a jerk.
I recorded it. You can hear it later. He said Kappa like that. It was so good.
Any attempt at accents by me just goes southern all the time.
I love it. Well, it doesn't help that I'm doing it.
She puts her hand on you. She's like, "Don't worry, little Kappa. Death is inevitable."
Yes. I'm just afraid of the height before it. I'm not afraid of the death, just the height.
She looks at you. The height's not going to hurt you, though.
Just the sudden stop at the end of the fall.
This is not helpful, doctor. I thought you're supposed to be a helpful doctor.
I read nowhere. First off, what kind of doctor do you think I am? I am not a psychologist.
You make people feel better and you're smart. You're a smart doctor.
You are correct on one of those things.
You're smart?
Yes.
So you're not...
I don't really help people. I'm not that kind of doctor.
But you like...
Dr. Florida. Dr. Florida.
Dr. Florida. They will just hand out doctorates to anyone these days.
Florida leans down in just like a really theatrical stage whisper. He's a mad scientist.
That makes so much more sense. Thank you, Florida.
I prefer the term eccentric. I am neither angry nor insane.
This got so amazing music at this moment.
As this very uplifting and powerful orchestral music plays, it'll swoop in to a small quaint village lit by starlight. The moon has several days past. Full moon. So it's just starting to get that sliver of darkness onto it. So it's enough that looking out, you can see this village in pretty prominent relief. It's nestled up near a hill. At the top of the hill, there is like a stone chapel, small, like one of those one-room chapel churches. Spire up top. It's probably started its life off as a Catholic parish of some kind. A couple of thatched houses.
Skip this song. Hang on.
Insane right now.
This is supposed to be stealth and ominous. I don't know what this is. That's all right. It happens.
There is a town square that there looks to be a statue of some kind. You think maybe a man on a horse. It's not a particularly big statue. In the square, there's maybe 10 houses with some outlying farms that you can see as you approach. It's not a big space. There does not appear to be lights anywhere but at the chapel. There does appear to be lights inside of that building. As you land in the field in the south of the village, which would mean that on the other side of the village is that chapel. You land. Marcus looks around and is like, all right, EcoJet. Take her back up into the sky. Keeping a lookout for us. You know the rendezvous location. EcoJet
oh
does
gosh.
his thumbs up because once again Florida has forgotten to cast tongues on everybody.
Her one job.
What languages does EcoJet speak?
EcoJet speaks Hindi, Orcish, Nepalese, and Burmese.
Okay. Smart guy.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah. He figures it out. He knows what to do. Wait, Marcus, before we jump out of this thing, what are we supposed to do here again?
Reconnaissance, recon first.
So like last
really
time.
all we know is that stealth is the name of the game this time around. We know that there's a lot of magical energy gathering up here. We know that our augur has seen something particularly bad happening here sometime soon. And we know that at least one French resistance member thought that this village was important enough to send a message warning us that something was happening here. So really, our priorities are 1, find out what is happening here, and 2, after finding out what's happening here, decide whether it is something we need to intercede on here at our best judgment, or if it's something that we bring back and we make a further game plan.
Okay, I'm ready. I get out a wand of Pass Without a Trace.
Marvelous.
At least no one will be able to smell us.
Yeah, you never know.
That's true.
You smell terrible. When was the last time you bathed? I'm just kidding. I'm ready. Let's go.
With that being said, Marcus is going to accept the burn to turn himself invisible with his wild talent.
Awesome.
Before, are we doing up-close reconnaissance, or are we attempting a long-range observation first?
We'll probably
I'd
have
like to get a little closer, but I think long range first is probably going to be our best bet.
And I don't imagine we'll be finding lodgings in the village, so we need to set up camp as well.
Agreed.
Are there any hills that, like, what's the terrain look like here? What's, like...
So,
yeah.
if we imagine a map with the village at the center, north, there are some hills, and at the top of like the closest hill is the church, and then it's like hilled farmland, like pasture land. To the west, it's just like open fields, rolls up into the hills a little bit, but it's mostly open pasture. To the east and a little bit to the south, but not so much to the south where you guys are at right now, there is forest. And then where you guys are is kind of like this in-between area where it's open field, pasture land that goes towards the forest.
I have a map.
And the forest, it's within like 50 feet of the village at the eastern side.
Very well. I recommend that we set up camp inside the forest.
Is there a wall around the village?
No.
Okay, great. Okay.
No wall, no defensive measures at all that you can see. Honestly, Dr. Inwood, you've seen and heard some of the things about a lot of the villages that are near the trench line. This place is surprisingly untouched. Like the things that you would expect, like people, like basic rudimentary, like barricades or like anything that you would imagine a town that's right next to an active war zone. There's no soldiers you can see.
I drew a picture.
It's honestly, it looks like it's just straight out of a fairy tale.
It looks idyllic.
Yeah.
Well, something certainly doesn't seem right about this place. Talking to Marcus, you notice there are no barricades of any kind, no fortifications, no even signs of soldiers wounded returning from the front or taken into a hospital. It seems like this village is untouched by the war. Something peculiar is certainly happening here. I suggest that we set up camp towards the east in the forest and remain inconspicuous there for the time being, and then from the surrounding hilltops make some observations on the village itself before trying to get closer.
There's 4 of us, right?
There's 4 of you, yeah.
Okay, I would pull out 4 wands.
Well, 5 of us, including Ecojet.
Ecojet's
up in the Kelpie, circling above you guys.
I'm pulling out 4 sticks and tapping them to each person. And now we all have pass without a trace for 1 hour.
Okay.
That's a picture of the town, of the area. Is what I drew. I just sent you.
Perfect.
And we are in the south.
Right. I got it. That looks exactly as I've described.
Nailed it.
Marcus agrees. You guys end up stealthing over to the edge of the forest. I'm gonna have you all make me stealth checks, applying whatever bonuses you would like. If you would perhaps want to be invisible.
I won't go invisible.
In Florida.
35.
Marvelous.
Here's a question. Do I want to activate my thing? Hold on, PC Gen is thinking. Come on, PC Gen. You can do it. Okay. With that's a total of a 12, brings us up to a 19. I am activating my armor.
All right. Activating your armor that puts at least two of your group in invisibility. You make it to the forest fairly uneventfully. Nothing startles. Nothing jumps out in the air. You make your way. Marcus decides it's probably best if you do more to the southeast part of the forest edge, so you're a little bit farther away from the village.
How long are we walking for?
To get to there, I would say to get to the edge of the forest and actually get into the forest only takes you maybe 2 rounds worth of movement. You're moving fairly quickly, even though you're stealthing.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So like 18 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You landed pretty close to the forest anyways, just to limit whatever disturbance the Kelpie gives.
Yeah. Ooh, I am going to cast Message because it's magical and only the people who are whispering can hear it.
Okay.
To Dr. Inwood.
Mm.
Hey, only you can hear this. Hey, do you think that maybe someone should go up ahead and scope it out if we're gonna send someone in so that we're not all stuck in there in case something bad happens?
We are not going in there yet. We are setting up camp, then observing from a distance. Or you mean going into the forest and making sure that it's safe?
Well, either one.
Are you volunteering?
Yep.
Okay. Proceed into the forest for no more than 5 minutes. If you find anything unusual, out of the ordinary, or dangerous, come back immediately and report it. Do not get sidetracked by the Fae. Do not go chasing will-o'-the-wisps or whatever. 5 minutes.
Got it. I will start counting in my head as I step into the forest without saying anything to Marcus or anybody else.
I'll tell Marcus in Florida what you're doing.
All right.
I'm gonna go check out the forest.
How many times do you lose track of your count?
Ooh, I'm gonna cast No Direction first.
Perfect. All right, so I'm gonna have you run out ahead. I'm gonna need you to make a separate stealth check now that we're out of you've moved yourself out of group stealth.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to need you to make me a survival check, which will be your scouting check.
Okay. 30 for stealth. Ooh. And 13 for survival.
13 for survival. Okay. You make your way into the forest, and it's dark, and it's an old growth forest. So unlike the forest that we as Americans are familiar with, it is fairly clear under the canopy, and you can see a fairly good distance out. There's some fairly massive trees that you can see. You make your way out. It's just darkness all around you. You know where north is. You are confident that you can make your way back. But you can't see anything. Think. It's just alone in the woods at night. Her perception modifier.
Like my wisdom modifier, or
No, your perception modifier.
it's a 6. Is the total skill modifier?
Okay. Dr. Inwood.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a little bit longer than 5 minutes. You guys think that you've found a spot that, along where you've been traveling, that Marcus can set up like a camp in. He's going to use his kinetic crafting feat to good use and build some like low berm walls.
Yep.
And just so you can have like a fire and stay like warm. It's not particularly warm out right now because it is February in France near the coast, and it is nighttime. So you do. He does build like a wood or a dirt hut, basically.
Okay.
But as that finishes up, it's gotten closer to maybe 10 minutes for Michellangelo.
I had rather hoped that she would have been able to keep track of time. Probably going to have to go in after her. I suppose it's a good time as any to try out this new extract. I'm going to try to find our wayward friend. Florida, Marcus, one of us should probably go in pairs, if not all three of us.
Mark's like, we'll just go together.
Very well.
It's easier.
I'm going to prepare and use an extract, second level extract for detect thoughts, to be able to detect surface thoughts in a 60-foot radius, to hopefully aid in finding our wayward friend. Because walking around in the woods on a reconnaissance mission, shouting for someone, not a good idea.
Smart. Michelangelo, remind me again your languages.
I speak Japanese, English, American, Aquan, and Draconic.
Solo. ¿Qué hora? Right behind you. You spin around, you prepare whatever weapon is, or your natural response. There's nothing behind you. And then again, right behind your ear. Sora Bakorin. And you turn, and like as you turn, like there's almost like this half second of there was something in your peripheral vision as you turned around.
Ooh, I'm gonna vanish.
This music is freaking perfect.
All right, you vanish. You do your key point, and you're looking around.
I'm gonna move.
You move
back the way that I came.
Dorrooo. You don't see anything.
Gonna cast a message. I don't know how far I've walked. I've lost count.
What is the range on message at this level?
I believe it is 120. Let's check. 120 feet.
120 feet. And what's the range on detect thoughts?
60 feet.
60 feet. Dr. Inwood. I'm assuming you're sending it to the doctor?
That way. Yeah, the way I came.
Where you came. Dr. Inwood, you hear Michelangelo's voice in your head, but not into the nature of detect thoughts.
Hey, I'm coming back. I lost track of the count. There's something out here that talks to you, but I can't see it. I'm invisible. I'm coming back. Are you there? Hello.
We are.
Michellangelo.
Michelangelo, hurry back quickly. We will meet you on the way. Which direction are you coming from?
Dorrooo.
East.
Speaking to Florida Marcus, our wayward Kappa has just messaged me. It appears she's found something that is speaking in the woods, but she cannot see it. She can't be too far off to our east.
I'll try to keep a connection with him for the 4 rounds that I'm invisible.
Okay. If you are, you will have to cast that spell as a
4
as
times.
the standard action 4 times. So you're not going to be able to run to him.
Yeah.
So you're only going to move
20 feet.
80 feet total for those 4 rounds.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. That's okay.
Our Dr. Inwood, because you know the direction, and so you're theoretically in the lead for this. Plus, you're one of the melee fighters, anyways. How fast are you leading the charge? Are you walking, or are you running?
Do I know roughly how? Well, I guess do I know how far away, in a general sense, Michelangelo would have to be to cast that?
She would have to. You wouldn't know the exact range of her particular message spell, but she would have to be within 150 feet, easy. Depending on like her own like potency, within 150 feet is your best guess, is like at a maximum range for that.
Okay, you're still messaging me though, Michelangelo. Are you under attack? Are you being threatened by something?
No, but you should probably stop saying my name because was it I hearing that or was Dr. Inwood
You
hearing
were hearing that. It's just that same voice. You don't quite understand what it's saying.
Stop saying my name.
Is it the Fae?
I don't know.
Dorrooo.
It's saying Dorrooo.
Florida, does the word Dorrooo mean anything to you? With regards to the Fae, perhaps?
Oh yeah, that's Oklo for where are you?
I'm gonna swear in a language neither of them know, and we're gonna start running. Running. I'm gonna be moving at my base speed of 30 feet each round because she's 120 feet away, right?
Yeah.
Which which gives me
You
4 rounds.
4 rounds. She's moving at 20. Her speed towards you. So you would meet up. You'd be within detect thought range within 2 rounds.
Okay.
Her moving 40, you moving 60 total.
Does he detect any other thoughts when he gets there?
I am going to look up what this spell does real quick.
Dorrooo.
A shield bonus. Perfect.
Michelangelo.
Okay. In the rounds that it takes me to get to her, I'm going to take in this order. I'm going to take my mutagen.
Okay.
And I am going to take Bull's Strength.
Okay.
And if I have more than 2 rounds, I will continue to drug myself with things.
Yeah, you will meet up with Michelangelo at round that you were 60 feet away from her. Round 2. You'd meet up with her at round 4 during round 4. So you would have 2 more actions to drug yourself if you would like.
In those second to last rounds, I'm gonna be saying they're saying my name again and that word Dorrooo. Well, I really want to talk to them, Doctor.
Do not talk to them.
Durando corando sar.
Durando. So I'm saying it to you.
Oh.
Something Duranda san. I don't know. Understand? I'm still walking back to you. Are you coming?
I am on my way. Hold on. I will, with 2 more things, I will take. I'm going full alchemist here and supercharging myself before a fight.
Full metal alchemist.
I am taking enlarge person.
Does that increase your speed?
No.
Oh.
But then
there is a specific feat for that, and it's Dwergar specific.
I will prepare but hold haste.
Okay.
Let me put these temporary bonuses on here.
You are burning through these.
It's what I'm supposed to do.
Okay.
The previous fights, I haven't had enough forewarning to be able to do this.
That is true.
So
prep work is the alchemist's friend.
That is true.
Okay. Yeah, this is kind of ludicrous now.
This is awesome.
Mm-hmm. You get once you got within 60 feet of Michelangelo, things you know right away from detect thought.
Okay.
That first round, you detect the presence of 4 total thought. Michelangelo and her stream of consciousness kind of just pops through. It's like this bright splash of golden sound. And there are 3 like alien thought presences that are moving around. Like you can feel them moving.
Moving, like, do I get a sense? Like, do I know that they're moving, or do I know exactly like where they're going, like in a search grid pattern, or if
it's they're not in any one place for long enough for you to pinpoint them, but within that cone you can feel them like blip in and then blip out, and that's that same thought placed somewhere else, like almost as if they're like bouncing around teleport wise.
Okay.
It feels like they are bilocating, almost.
Okay. In between, taking extracts to Florida and Marcus, which, by the way, well, we'll get to that. I can sense Michelangelo. I can sense 3 other presences. They are alien, and they are moving quickly from place to place. Perhaps some kind of translocation or teleportation, something like that. Prepare yourselves.
Okay, on the second round, that the 3 thoughts that are not Michelangelo, they each have an intelligence of 8. Michellangelo, what is your intelligence score?
7. They're smarter than me.
Marcus.
Well, that explains quite a bit.
Marcus and Florida are behind you, so you don't actually get them in the cone. And on the third round, you'll get one of the 3's surface thoughts, but it's in a language you don't understand.
Really want? What are they saying? Do you know what that means?
I do not speak this language. Which, actually, this is coming out more of like, I do not speak this language, like growly. And
are you feeling okay? Are you coming down with a cold, doctor?
Well, at this point, right? We reach you, so you.
Oh.
You see this?
Just like. I am a large creature right now.
With the mutagen, he's almost like this bipedal. It's like this cross between like the like water monitors, the like black like Australian type and like a crocodile almost. Like this big fucking reptilian.
Just
lab
freaking
coat
massive.
is still fucking on and still fucking.
Godzilla is coming through the woods here.
It's got just enough magic on it that the fucking lab coat sizes up with him, because that seems cool to me.
And this is right when my vanish releases.
That was right as your vanish disappears. So you appear, and there's this fucking huge. You see like there are like swirling patterns of like mystic energy around his eyes as he's detecting thoughts, and he's literally holding a vial of something in his hand.
Gingerly holding like a little vial in these like claws, basically.
I'm casting message to doctor, there's a ginormous thing, right?
I'm right here.
I'm gonna vanish again.
Michellangelo, this is me.
Michelangelo.
We can hear them too now.
Mm-hmm. You can all hear them. Dorrooo.
I'm gonna turn to.
What are they saying?
Turn to Florida.
What are they saying?
You don't have to message. I'm right here.
I'm invisible. Oh, but I can see your detect thoughts knows where I'm at.
He knows your location.
Yeah.
I'm just looking straight at you.
I'm just gonna move to the side. And... What are they saying?
Like I said, I do not speak their language. I'm gonna turn to Florida, not say her name. Do you have any idea what they're saying or what these are?
Not sure what they are yet. Could be a few things. Dark Fae for sure. Maybe Unseelie. Couldn't tell you until I saw one. They're speaking Aklo, so. And she's like full out got the sword, and she's like looking around. Dr. Inwood, could you make me a perception check? And I'm going to let you know right now the DC is pretty low because of your detect thought.
Nice.
That's a 21.
Wow.
21. All right. Let's. Nope. Thank you. All right. You're looking and like coming between these trees, there are these thin, humanoid-shaped, incredibly tall figures, pale skin, no hair anywhere that you can see. Slenderman is actually a fairly good example.
I was just thinking Slenderman.
Great. French fairy Slenderman. Just what we needed.
Not quite Slenderman. They have instead of like hands, it's almost like straw and like incredibly long. Like they look like what's the name of that lemur with the freaky ass finger? The eye. There's like just a grouping of like 8 eye fingers coming out from straw, and like, yeah, and they're not like human like proportion, like fingers in the same direction. They're like all off, cockeyed in like different directions. Like someone just like put sticks out in different directions.
Here,
and you watch as like they like vanish and appear somewhere
so
else.
Cute. Those are freaky though. They just stick straight
like,
out.
Literally everything else about that about an eye.
Yeah,
like,
they're
super cute.
Their middle finger is like super thin and bendy and super long, so that it like goes into tree trunks and stuff to get grubs. But
they can pull out. Yeah,
they've got freaky freaking hands.
Do we all see them coming out, or Dr. Inwood sees them?
Just Dr. Inwood. Everyone else, you can make me a perception check, but their stealth is.
That's okay. That's okay. What? Yeah. Are their
they
whole
get
bodies
pretty close to you guys. At one point, one of them is almost like 20 feet away. And when it's like, Michelangelo.
I'm going to like kind of gesture with my, like point with my head a little bit, like get, and just like under my breath, like quietly. They're right over there.
I'm gonna turn and look at them.
Don't turn and look.
I'm invisible. My
Very
thoughts are
well.
still here.
Yeah, I guess I would pick up that surface thought though.
I'm gonna look. I'm looking.
They're just over there.
All right, make me a perception check.
Ooh. 9. Oh, actually, no. 11. No. 10. I can add.
Is there anything that you could think of, and this is in the direction of Florida, is there anything you could think of to draw them in? Get their attention. If you can, do it. I'm going to go invisible and see if I can hit them by surprise.
Michelangelo, I understand that you're a little skittish right now. Would you mind dropping your invisibility for me and just stand right next to me?
I can come stand next to you, yep, but it'll go away after a few seconds all on its own. I don't know if I can control Vanish.
You should be able to drop any
spell or spell-like ability that you are in charge of, you can just drop as a free action.
Oh, okay. Okay. I will drop it then.
Yeah.
What are they saying?
They're just asking where you are in let's be honest, creepy ass way.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna just kind of step back into the trees.
Michelangelo.
I'm gonna step back into the trees.
Where are they? Can I talk to them, Florida?
Don't say anything you don't want them to hear.
I'm going to activate my chameleon suit.
I'm right here. Yeah. What do you want?
And then I'm gonna have you guys roll it.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
That's my initiative.
It went from a 19 to a
awful
3. The slowest thing. I get a...
Oh! Yeah, my initiative sucks. I got a 3 total. Enlarged person takes away dexterity, so my initiative is a +0 right now. But my strength is a 24.
Wow.
All right. What was that initiative again?
I got a 3.
15. I was just rolling a 3.
I rolled a 3 too. We're buddies.
Yay.
Your dexterity modifier is what?
Mine is 0. Hers is 12.
No,
Okay.
my initiative modifier.
Oh, dexterity modifier.
My dexterity modifier
Mine is
is
0.
an 8. But I get alert feat. Or
Thank you.
improved initiative, sorry. Improved initiative.
Okay. Michellangelo. They are going to go first.
And I told them
One of them is going to appear right in front of you, and you're going to see it for the first time. Thin. It's wearing almost like burlap. So not quite Slenderman like suit, like, but it's like dark, like stained burlap. It's got like the straw coming out from the things, and it's got like these twisted fingers. There are no eyes, nothing on his face. It does like Slenderman. It's got like this huge fucking mouth, which is like anglerfish teeth coming out, like the long fucking thin things that are just far too big for the mouth that's happening right there. Nuka. And it's just swinging its arms at you. That is a natural 20. And then uh, 16 does not hit, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so it's only going to hit you once.
Okay.
So we'll double some dice.
Let's get some battle music.
Yeah, this is altogether far too calm.
Yeah. These things are super creepy.
I'm going to need you. You're going to take 10 points of slashing damage, and you are going to take 2 points of bleed damage.
Oh no!
What that means, until you get magical healing or healing of any kind. So a medicine check or a heal check would accomplish this as well as a standard action, provided you could do it well enough. You are going to take 2 points of damage each round at the start of your round.
Okay, I'm bleeding right now. With 2.
Yes.
So 10 and 2. Okay.
So overall, this round you have taken 12 points of damage.
Great.
From the first one.
Oh.
The second one is going to show up and is going to attack Florida. Nope, that won't hit. Wow, that is 2 2s in a row.
Whoa, on Florida.
All right, so Florida is actually going to use one of her homebrewed feat, Retaliatory Strike. She's going to use her reaction to make an attack of opportunity against someone who missed an attack against her.
That's pretty
Very
spiffy.
cool.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, that hits.
Awesome.
All right. Let's keep track of these guys' health then. All right, she swings and just fucking chunks it into like the side of one of these guys' arms. And the third one's gonna stay hidden for now. Michelangelo, it is your turn.
Looking at the one that's like right in front of me. Look, I don't know why you're trying to get me, but maybe we could just be friends? And I will cast Charm Person on it.
Interesting.
So
I'm just gonna double check something real quick.
oh, I really hope it doesn't happen.
Here's our Okay. Okay. You cast Charm Person on him, and it has no effect.
No!
As you cast the spell and you let the magic out, it finds no person to attach onto. Specifically, you realize after you've casted this, the nature of this spell is that it affects humanoids, as in the creature type. And you get the feeling that this is not a humanoid.
Got it. Well, I tried.
As you almost like talk, and you alone can see like the watery flowing like silver gold light that comes out from your mouth and wraps around this creature and then just flows past it as if there's nothing for it to connect onto.
Well, we could still be friends. I'm gonna take a 5-foot step back. That's so creepy. That's her turn. That's all she's got.
Marcus hasn't been building up a gathering of power, which was honestly a poor decision on his point. He's just going to do a regular Earth Blast straight at the one next to Michellangelo, because you are the priority target. Oh, just barely. Just this like spear of rock appears, and then he launches it, and it's just like almost like without thinking, the creature is like ducked down to get closer to you, and as it does, the rock just right over its head.
Woo!
Dr. Inwood, it is your turn. You are invisible.
Okay.
So you don't have to take the action to turn invisible. You've already done that.
Yep. I am going to take my held extract of haste.
Okay. Which is just a item interaction at this point.
Okay.
So you still have standard action, move.
I am going to move. I'm stealthing, which is half speed, but for me, half speed is 30 feet right now. Am I able to get adjacent to one of these creatures?
Oh, easily. You could easily get within a flanking position for either the one behind Florida or the one in front of Michellangelo.
Okay.
I took a 5-foot step back, though, so it'd be Florida and Florida. If they're right.
And if you
next to
move
each
at your full speed without stealthing, you could easily get to the one that's by itself, like hang it out near a tree just watching.
No, I'm gonna focus on the ones in combat first, but I'll keep my eyes out for that one.
Okay.
Do you need a stealth check from me? I assume.
Yes, please.
Oh, that's really bad. That is a freaking flat 10.
All right. Being big has its disadvantages.
It does.
You get into position, and unfortunately, like in doing it, you like get your foot and just like crunch onto like a root system, and it's that root apparently was just dry, and so like that section of root and earth it pushed down with the weight of your claw, and you do like there's like these little puffs of cloud as you're in a little bit too much of a haste to get in position.
That is okay, because if I have flanking, I'll still have the sneak attack. It's just...
This is true.
Okay. Then I will make a claw attack on the one that I'm flanking, which should hopefully be pretty awesome. That's a total of 27 to hit. Well, 29
Definitely
with flanking.
That hits.
Nice.
And that'll be 1d8 plus 7 plus 76.
76?
7d6, yes.
That's still incredibly a lot. Wow.
Yes, the complete rampant brokenness of a rogue who can sneak attack but also make himself way stronger. Okay. That's there. 20. 21, 28, 33 points of damage.
Are you attacking the one? Are you flanking the one with Michellangelo, or are you flanking the one with Florida?
Flanking the one with Florida, I thought, because Michelangelo stepped back out of combat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes, that is an excellent point. Then yes. All right, then you swipe with your claw and you fully bisect this creature, utterly ripping it in half as it just like falls apart. Is this like black pus, like consistency of custard, ichor sprays out onto Florida and Michelangelo and just starts like pumping. They do not appear to be happy at this death.
Okay.
It's dead? It died? Or
it died.
Oh, good job.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah,
good.
Guys,
Okay,
from your
good.
perspective, because I'm still invisible, right?
Yeah.
It's just like this thing that was standing in front of, like, Florida, just like turns around suddenly at some sound, and then it's just like just ripped in half, and there's just like maybe even just like ichor dripping off of like a claw that's invisible.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a scary dude.
Yep.
Well, that is my turn. I don't get the benefit of an extra attack because I didn't take a full attack action. So,
all right.
Which would be truly horrifying
Mm-hmm.
because I would have 5 attacks.
Michelangelo, this thing reaches out to the full like length of its 10-foot reach, and just like slowly wipes one of its fingers, like doesn't touch you, but just like gets real close to your head. Morosania, Michellangelo, and just vanishes.
Florida, what are they saying?
He said, next time, Michelangelo, they will find you. And Dr. Inwood, you see is this thing, and you realize now they're not teleporting. They're turning invisible, and they are moving at just like an incredible speed. As it turns, it runs and just like books it to the tree line. As the other one tries to like slink away.
Does it run past me? I'm invisible. Does it? And I'm 10 feet. I threaten a much larger area.
It definitely. It would definitely leave your threatened square.
Okay, I will attempt to attack it. It has full concealment, I guess. I don't know how detect thoughts, factors into that, but
it does. It does not for you. You at this point, you just know where they are.
Okay, that is a 29 to hit.
That will hit.
Do I have sneak attack?
You do not. It knows that you are there.
Okay.
Well, no, because it's moved. It's not paying attention to you. So yeah, you would have sneak attack.
That changes things. 25, 32. 39 points of damage.
You reach out, you grab this thing, and you just drag it back to you. And as you drag it, your claws rip in, and at a certain point, less and less of it gets dragged back to you as you just pull more and more of it. As you, again, utterly eviscerate this thing.
Wow. Wow.
The third one is going... Third one thinks it's hidden. It's just going to stay where it's at. It's like moves slowly back farther into the trees, but it's still within like 60 feet of you. Michellangelo, it is your turn.
Okay.
You watch as this thing vanishes and then appears like 5 feet to your left as it just like slowly gets dragged, screaming. It's just like this trail of like entrails and black custard viscera just like gets dragged onto like through the
I really hope that's the doctor. Are there any more of them, Florida?
They're traveling in a group. They're traveling in a multiple of 3.
Ooh. I will swift action.
There's at least 1 more. There might be 4 more. There might be more.
Gosh, I will swift action, turn invisible, vanish. And can I see the one? If I try looking for it.
Roll me a perception check, please.
Okay. Nat 20. 26.
You see, as you turn invisible, and like there's like this perception switch when you turn invisible. It's not quite like it's not like time dilation where there's like a red shift, blue shift thing going on, but light does behave differently to your eye. And there's enough of that change that looking out, maybe like 45 feet away from you right now, there is like this hunched, hidden figure just like wrapped its long fingers around a tree. And it's just like staring with its like sightless, eyeless face.
I will cast a message at it. Hey, what do you want? I can see you.
Mirasoro Michellangelo.
Oh. That's all I'm doing. I will move. No, I will move 20 feet. I will go around whatever essence of Dr. Inwood is in the middle.
He would be behind you in this direction.
Okay, great. Oh, great. I will go straight towards it. 20 feet.
Oh, shit. Florida is going to run up with you, just going to stay straight ahead of you, just like right up next to you. Dorrooo, motherfuckers!
Where are you? I'm invisible. Wait, I'm invisible. Did she see me? She couldn't see me. Oh, she could? Florida can see me while I'm vanished? Apparently. Alright.
I'll have to ask her about that later.
I will.
She responds to you moving.
Alright.
As if she can see you.
As if she can see me, okay. Very cool. Very cool.
Marcus is going to build power. He can't see shit. And he's going to move. Nope. Building power is a move action. He's just going to. He's got the range. He's just going to gather power. Dr. Inwood. Florida has moved up. You know where this creature is. He's, for you, would be about 50 feet away, but that's still plenty of space if you want to move.
Okay.
Full range.
I am. Do I have a roughly straight line to this thing? Or a straightish line? Do I have a straight line?
Yeah, I would say you would have a straight enough line for a charge attack. You'd have to move, so you'd move through where you think. No, you would know. where Michelangelo Square is, but you're so much taller than her that you can literally just step over.
Yeah, you're a small creature, right?
Mm-hmm.
See, even as a medium creature, she could occupy the same space as me.
Mm-hmm.
I would say if you were attempting a charge, which is, I think what you're doing,
Yeah,
you would have a good enough line to do so.
I am taking a look at it right now real quick.
Nice.
Single melee attack. Okay, yeah, I'm going to charge, and I'm going to attempt to grapple it.
Nice.
Go for it.
So, the charge gives me a... No, that's a +2 to bull rush, so I guess I don't have... I guess charge doesn't give me any bonus to grapple, so I guess I'm not charging, I'm just running at it.
Screw that. Take the bonus.
Okay. Which will... Ugh, that's a crap roll, but I have a massive bonus right now, so that's an unnatural 20. I rolled a 5.
Wow. Nice. Do you get any rerolls in your pool?
Do I what?
Do you have a reroll?
I do, but I think it deals specifically with knowledge. It's for knowledge nature
Oh,
checks,
never
not for
mind then.
combat maneuvers.
Okay.
Does that...
I'm just doing a real quick math in my head. So normally, it has a CMD of 21. That being said, you are invisible. It fully does not believe that you know where it is at. And you are moving just insanely fast.
Not leaving any footprints either.
Not leaving any footprints because...
And no smell.
you have passive upgrade.
And no smell.
Yep.
And they do not have scent or anything of that nature. It has no capacity to see you. So you successfully just like swing up, grab it, and like, I guess this is a call on me as a DM, like full crocodile, alligator style, launch forward, just grab it with your mouth and just like pull him into a like death grip.
Wow.
Yeah.
Start doing the death roll.
That's the idea. Okay.
That'll be your turn.
That's my turn.
This thing is...
Just all of a sudden looks different.
This thing is going to attempt to escape from your grapple.
Okay.
So you are going to need to make me a strength check. And it is going to make an escape artist check.
Or is it escape artist against the strength or his escape artist against my CMD?
Actually, I think it's escape artist against your CMD. Let me check. Grappler CMD.
Yep. 24.
Okay. It has a +17.
Holy crap!
It does, like, 3 things really fucking well. Stealth, escape artist, and climb, in that order.
Wow. Well, there's still a chance.
That's some good deck on that guy.
So it got a total of 18.
Wow. It rolled a 1?
Sorry, 19. He rolled
2.
a 2.
Okay.
I can do math.
Nice. Holy crap, what a modifier. I can't believe I'm still hanging on to this guy.
Yeah, still fucking grabbing onto him. So it, like, you can like feel it as it like almost turns to jello, and you realize like as you're holding onto it, this thing is fully like in like a semi-fluid, like non-Newtonian kind of like form. And as you realize that, you just like thunk against it and it like harden it. with like the kinetic energy, and you manage to hold on to it.
Nice.
Michelangelo, you see this creature writhing around in like this weird, like contortionist, like ooze almost, and like you can see like when it gets hit, you can't see Dr. Inwood at all. But this thing's like almost like slightly off the ground, like its feet are like barely touching.
I forgot I'm bleeding. I'm now down to... I'm bleeding. I will cast a healing spell on myself then.
Okay.
Cure light wounds. And I will continue to move forward, so I think I'm like 5 feet away from it now. Because if it was like 45 feet away, I can move 20 feet.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Florida is going to step forward. It's going to look around. Doctor, I can't get a good swing at it.
My mouth is full.
She's gonna like skirt around you, so she's like 90 degrees. If this thing is the center of a circle and you're dead onto it, she's 90 degrees off of you, off of it. Just to your left. And she's just gonna ready an attack action, just purely in case this thing gets out. Marcus is gonna say, "There any more?" And then it's your turn, Dr. Inwood.
Okay. So I have a question for you.
Absolutely.
I am grappling this thing. The particular verbiage for grappling is it says you can inflict, just straight up inflict damage with light weapons, unarmed strikes, or natural weapons, or natural attacks. My question is, do I only get one attack, or do I get a full attack action?
I believe that there was a commentary where the rules as intended for that is that with those types of weapons, you can make an attack per normal while grappled or grappling.
Okay, so does that mean I can? But I guess my question is, am I capable of taking a full attack action?
Yes.
I will take a full attack action.
Absolutely.
I get
you can
5 attacks, all of them at plus 12.
Overkill. It's so cool though. No, it's good to do that. Oh man. This is the Full Metal Alchemist moment.
Oh,
How are you gonna kill these things?
I'm rolling damage.
You killed all three
rolling
of them!
attacks real quick.
You're killing all
That
three.
is a natural 20 for the first one.
Oh my gosh.
I believe because he's grappled that he's denied his dexterity bonus to his AC.
Yeah, but you cannot use stealth when you're grappling someone. I don't think sneak attack works in grapple.
Alas. All right.
I don't think
then.
I'm going to need it though. So that's one attack. That's stuck. That one is, alas, only a 16. A 15.
Okay, that one does not hit.
So 1 hit, 1 miss. That is a natural 16 to a
that hits.
28. Okay, so 2 hits. That is a 2, so that's a miss.
14.
Last one is a 19.
That hits.
Okay, so 3 hits, 1 of them critical. Which will be... And all my damage dice are the exact same. They're all d8s. Where are my d8s at?
Easy way back.
Oh, and I have to roll another one for the for the critical. Yuck, that was gross. Okay. It's 5... 12, 18, that should be 39 points of damage across 3 attacks.
Dr. Inwood, how do you viciously maul this thing to death?
Yeah, it's like full crocodile death roll. Like, jaws like clamp on like the torso and like arms, because I don't have little crocodile arms, like grab head and or like grab legs, and it's no, I guess I'm just rolling and it's just like bashing him into trees and into the ground, and like just it's pretty it's messy. Just thrashing in the ground, essentially just shredding it into pieces.
Mm-hmm. You watch as slowly the invisible form of Dr. Inwood becomes outlined as he rolls through dirt and ichor and just rips this thing apart until it's more liquid than it is like corporeal creature. And then there's just this. As the doctor gingerly gets up onto his 2 legs and stands back up to his full, I don't even know how, it'd almost probably be close to 15 feet with a large creature. 15-foot height. Just.
I am going to hug Florida's legs. Florida
is going to sheathe her fucking massive sword and just going to go, damn. That's some right attractive work.
I would say, like, there's a moment where it's just like...
You're still invisible, right?
Yeah, just standing there, just like... And then, like, I guess covered in viscera, you could see there's, like, a change of posture, like... Seems like I got a little carried away in the moment. Well, I'm going to just, like, look around. Don't detect any more thoughts, do I? Besides the group?
No.
You want to know what my thoughts are?
Depends. What language are they in?
Japanese.
So it doesn't matter. I will let... haste will come to an end eventually. I'll drop all of my other... I'll drop my mutagen and bull strength and large person. And then I will turn off invisibility. It's really a shame. There's not a whole lot left to study.
And as you like say that, and you look at the other ones you've like killed, they've like turned into like puddles, and they're just like this black goo.
Can I climb up Florida into her arms?
Like, pull out a vial or two and just start slurping us.
Absolutely.
Just grab a couple We'll say 3 vials of whatever it is they're made out of. Let's get back to camp, shall we? I sure hope this
I agree.
doesn't have any adverse effects.
Marcus is going to continue to gather power until he can't gather power anymore on the walk because he's fucking on edge.
I can't imagine why.
No. Michelangelo, Florida fully holds you will like very tenderly, like she has fully held multiple babies in her lifetime. And there's like this second where you're walking, you can just like feel like this gentle like pat on your back before she continues to just carry you with one arm. She's gonna go, well, don't say I have a lot of familiarity with what those were. They're not. They were Fae for sure, but they weren't. They weren't any from any of the Gaelic knowledge.
The ones we met?
Definitely not among those groups.
How'd they know my name?
A lot of ways.
I didn't.
Siobhan could have sold information in your name. Someone else could be looking for you.
I did mention your name when I was replying to your message. Is that ability
are you
detectable to those
giant?
who are around you? No, I've dropped all that.
Oh, okay.
I'm normal Dr. Inwood, just
Look
completely just completely soaked in viscera. And I have a notepad out, like taking notes, and every once in a while, blast, keep getting this on the notebook.
I will look at you and say, what are you?
I am an alchemist, and I am your comrade. Did you got hurt during that, didn't you?
A little bit.
On the walk back,
No. I don't need anything from you today.
Don't be ridiculous. You need to be at full strength. I'm going to mix an extract of Cure Light Wounds. Here. For crying out loud, it is safe. It is just going to heal you.
You're the weirdest looking Kappa I've ever met. You're scary. Kappas don't do that.
That's because I'm not a Kappa, as I have said. Do you want to feel better or not? Michellangelo, have I given you any reason to mistrust me?
What are you?
How many times must I tell you? I am an alchemist. My name is Dr. Inwood.
You're not a Kappa.
I am from Kent.
You're not from America.
You know, I'm from England.
If you're not a Kappa, what are you?
A human.
Then why do you look weird sometimes?
That is the alchemy.
I'm gonna hand this back to you then.
It's not...
Nope!
Do I have to demonstrate that this is safe?
I don't want it. If it turns me...
It's not going to turn you into anything. It is just going to heal you.
How did you get like that?
How did I get like what?
Look like a Kappa, but not a Kappa.
A particular type of potion that I can make. Not this one. Actually, it was several. Never tried them all together at once before. It was quite invigorating. Going to have to think about how those extracts interact. Never mind. Do you want to heal up those cuts or not? Last chance.
Do you make this in the same place that you make those other ones that make you like that?
No, this is a completely separate vial. I'm not a barbarian.
No, you're a human.
Marcus pipes up. Those aren't necessarily mutually exclusive.
I'm not the smartest. You're saying if I take that, I'm not going to turn into a 15-foot tall turtle?
Do you want to?
Turn into a 15-foot tall turtle? Maybe.
Michelangelo.
I'm a little jealous.
I will look you in the eyes.
Can you make me one with wings? Will this one give me wings?
It will not. I promise you, this vial will do nothing. Well, the contents of the vial itself does nothing, except hold the contents of the vial. The contents of this vial will do nothing more than heal you.
Any lasting side effects?
No.
What if I have an allergic reaction? Will you fix it?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna drink it.
I'm gonna need you to make a fortitude save.
Is it just a 1d8 plus 1?
It is... No. Hold on, let me find it.
Is it a d8?
I need to double check that this doesn't take up a higher spell slot.
Is it a d8?
Perfect. It does not take up a higher slot. It is a 1d8 plus 5.
Oh. I look a little better. I'm not 100%. But I feel okay. I don't feel sick or I don't feel taller.
Do you need another one? We all need to be in tip-top shape.
I mean, I'm at like, if you could put it on a scale, 72 out of 76. So, felt really good.
Very well.
Yeah, that's a weird scale.
That is rather odd, but...
How do you feel? On a scale of your own?
I'm feeling a little, sticky.
So wait, you're human and you messed up a potion once? And that's why you look weird?
Michellangelo.
Sometimes?
Give me credit. I do not mess up potions. The potions do exactly what they are intended to do.
So you take a potion to make yourself look like that?
Yes.
You make a potion to look like a Kappa?
Why
don't you just do it all the time?
Well, because it has a limited duration, and many people are not quite fond of conversing with me when I'm in that state. It does have some side effects.
Like what?
It's harder to concentrate and think clearly, marginally, but it does give me quite a bit more strength.
Marcus, are there weird?
Yes.
Are there weird people like this in America?
I mean, not exactly his particular brand of weird, but there's certainly alchemists in America. Won't lie, the crocodile thing is definitely unique to him, but
It looked like a crocodile this time?
yeah, reptiles aren't really my thing. We don't get a ton of
But
scaled.
But specifically, when you've seen that transformation in the past, it did look different.
Was it different,
Yeah.
Justin? Was it different?
Yeah.
Whoa.
He's like, yeah, definitely a little less of the like two ridges running down your back. Snout was a little bit longer, a little bit wider. Tail for sure was a lot different.
You look like something off like Discovery Channel, like Steve Irwin would just.
Who is Steve Irwin? Discovery Channel? Is that a radio broadcast? Is it put on by the Royal?
You're not a Kappa?
Michellangelo.
Like part Kappa? Maybe 1/16 Kappa?
I promise you,
90%.
I am not in any small way a Kappa, and if you ask me that again, I will take that potion again and give you a closer demonstration of its capabilities.
What do you call that potion?
It is called a mutagen.
Can I have one?
No. It would make you violently ill.
Please?
No.
Please?
The mutagen is a specific potion developed for my physiology. I wouldn't even begin to know what effects it would have on someone who
You know
is a
what it would
Kappa.
do? It would make me a teenage mutant ninja turtle.
Well, it would certainly make you a mutant, but I'm not sure about any of those other things.
It would make me a full ninja. You gotta make me one of them. Please.
How do I put this? For me, there's several reasons why this is a poor idea. But the one that comes to the forefront of my mind, for me, when I take this mutagen, it hampers my intellect somewhat. I have a relatively high intellect, so the damage is not too much. However, it would have a very strongly adverse effect on your cognitive abilities.
Permanently?
And not permanently, but for the duration of the spell, you would be slightly smarter than, let's say, a family pet. At best.
What kind of pet?
Take your pick.
I mean, cats are really smart.
A dog.
Depends on the dog. Dogs are really smart.
An average intelligence dog.
I feel like you're judging dogs.
No, just you.
Maybe we should do this back at the base when there's like a controlled environment or something.
Yes, excellent idea. Okay. Let's not bring this conversation up ever again.
By this point, you have made it back into the space. Like, this argument has taken into where you've set up camp.
Perfect.
Did Florida take any damage? I know Marcus didn't. Did Florida take any damage?
No.
Okay. Cool.
Just me and you.
Just you. Yeah, I took no hits.
Except for you on that first natural 20. So they literally hit exactly once.
And I went through them like a fat kid through a candy store.
It was brutal.
Oh, man.
Marcus is going to...
More like a shark through a school of blind fish. Okay.
Perimeter wall, so nothing can just jump right in through your guys' door. I'm assuming you guys are probably just gonna stay the night.
Yes, if there's a source of water, like a stream or something nearby, I would like to wash off.
Oh, hang on, I have a thing for that. Prestidigitation. Would you like some?
Will it remove this?
Yep.
Then yes, please.
Cowabunga! I will start patting down his clothes. I guess I would say that quietly.
Over the course of 30 seconds, Michellangelo makes weird, unintelligible noises at you, waves her hands.
Skadoosh!
And the ichor and viscera slowly gets peeled off of you. No stain on your coat.
Can you fit it into these vials? Just like collect.
Go for it.
Yep. I will wipe my hands clean of that.
Oh, that's much better. I'm feeling much less visceral.
We should go check out that church.
Marcus is like, I don't know about you guys, but I don't feel like wandering out into the woods just yet.
No, of course not now. Perhaps best to wait for morning light.
Well, so would see us?
What?
Sorry. Won't someone see us? Aren't we supposed to be, like, secretive so we could, like, hide near the church hills?
If we give the
Church
town...
hill! I made a joke! Right. Never mind. We should go over to the church hills.
You're as bad as Nexus.
We should go that way.
We should be able to move in the daylight as long as we're giving the town a wide enough berth.
But the town might see us.
As long as we're giving the town a wide enough berth.
It's like 18 seconds to get to the town from my drawing. I don't know if that's actual.
It's about 50 feet from the closest part of the forest to the town.
Ooh, see, 50 feet.
But that's the closest part of the forest, and that's like there's like this road that like it leads out, and like in it's like thin, sparse trees. There's definitely like more forest up towards the church.
We should go maybe near there. We could hide behind some of the hills.
I suppose we can check the church building tomorrow.
Well, maybe we don't want to hide behind the hills because then we won't see the town. But we should be like on that side of the town because then we can see if there's something going on in the church.
Okay. I
Because
suppose the hills near the church would make a good observation point.
You should call them church hills.
Down it. The hills by the church will make a good observation point for looking down into the town. So I suppose it's not the worst idea.
Marcus? Florida?
That sounds good to me. We can talk about it a little bit more in the morning. I'll take the middle watch. That one's always worst.
Okay.
Florida is already asleep.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just go in the morning.
I can take first watch then.
All right. I will take third.
Gives me a chance to record the evening's events.
Aren't you supposed to be watching? Or are you just gonna
No, I can
walk?
look and write at the same time.
You can look and write. Perfectly? Is it perfect?
Handwriting is impeccable.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, alright, good night.
Good night.
Go to sleep.
All right, Dr. Inwood, could you make me... Let's do perception.
Oh, gosh.
That is an unnatural 20.
Okay. There's like a soft wind as the night progresses on. You don't hear any nightlife. You don't hear the telltale sounds of birds, owls, any of the other nocturnal life of the forest that you would expect. It's just quiet, peaceful. The dark forest just standing out as far as you can see from the edge of the door. Your watch is eerie, but uneventful.
I would note that we did not light a fire.
Nope.
I do have low light vision though, so if it's a brightly lit night, then that's not a problem. But
it is a brightly lit night, yes. The moon does provide enough light that you can see.
Cool.
You take your end of your watch. You wake Marcus up. Michelangelo, Dr. Inwood, you are asleep. Michelangelo, you've been having dreams lately.
Yes.
This is not that dream. There is don't quite know. It's almost a song at the edges of your consciousness. You find yourself home. You find yourself sitting next to the little shrine, the little temple that your family collects offerings from the locals, the tourists. You can just place that song.
Oh gosh. Oh no.
It's so familiar.
Oh no.
Is it the song your mom used to sing when she cut cucumbers? No, that's not right. Is it the song that your brothers used to sing when they made fun of you for going into town? No. What is that song? Dr. Inwood, you have long ago chemically altered the need for dreams. You have cut that portion of sleep out of what you do. The odd inspiration that comes from dreams is not nearly as useful as a clean, clear purging of your system. The chemical clearing that is accomplished by sleep is more efficient under the direction that you take it. But you're dreaming. You don't. It takes you almost a second to recognize it. It's almost a lucid dream once you do. The song. You just can't quite. That song, and it's just around you, and you close your eyes and you try and listen to it, and you open your eyes back up and you see the carved golden sandstone of that first lab that you had. That first place you ever truly felt the rightness. God, what is that song? Is it one of the slave songs that they sing when you're walking to the market? Is it one of the songs of worship? No. Where do you know that song from? Michelangelo. Marcus wakes you up for your watch.
Anything happen? Okay, I'll watch.
All quiet. Make me a perception check for your watch.
19.
Okay. You sit and you get to that pre-dawn time where it's not quite lighter, but there's like this energy in the air. And then you wait, like there's this building anticipation. You can't quite get that song out of your head, but you like try and whistle it, hum it a couple times, and it doesn't come out right. Dawn comes. And you get to the end of your watch, and everyone starts waking up. You start waking up everyone at the appointed time. You guys get a full rest in.
Oh, man.
And then I think that's where we're gonna end tonight.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's good stuff.
This music is freaking perfect.
It is. It's like what?
Absolutely perfect for it.
I was thinking it wasn't even good. Like the sun wasn't gonna rise. Like it was definitely supposed to be dawn, and like it wouldn't rise. I was like, what is going on with this place? Thank you, Justin, for being officially the creepiest.
Everything I planned for this session got threw out the window the moment someone mentioned fairies. All of that fight was improvised.
Who said fairies? Wait.
You wandered off, or you went off, and he.
Oh yeah! Don't go talking any fae or anything like that.
That was good though. They were very creepy.
Pathfinder is truly the horror system.
It is.
I was just like realizing in that fight, like, man, I am like seriously one step, maybe not one step away. Maybe I'm one step past being like a really horrific character in a fight.
That's why I was
like witness.
Michelangelo just like hugged Florida. Like this is crazy.
You're truly Ruby Crow level of horrifying when you fight.
Yes. Oh my goodness. So good.